Hello, Pixie doing another video. I guess it's digital gangsters. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? But it's not. There's a lot of stuff that happens online. I had someone recently and she was saying about how she thought she applied for something she thought it was a free use of some application, some antivirus software. And it's also said to activate and unlock the full subscription, and then you got this like button, and then there's also other things like just wanted it to be like the main browser. So there's kind of turf war between Microsoft and other applications. It's no surprise, but they also ask for things like your location and stuff like that, and they're constant on these kind of things. But anyway, it's been taking money out of her account. She hasn't realised it, which is sort of like caught up with her. And it sort of reminds me that how dark the internet can be, and even though there's things like the dark web they moan about, it's the corporate web you have to be worried about, because it's going to collect data and sell stuff on you, and it's difficult to know how much information there is already on you on the internet. And it probably would be, well, the National Security Agency might have some stuff. I'd have to find out. There's a few things I might have to do data searches on myself, which actually highlights to me that a person of interest, because I start looking up things about myself and thinking, what's he trying to hide? Which isn't always wonderful, but yeah, things like medical as well, I mentioned before. I seem to recall having something when I was 12 years old. Maybe I was younger than that actually. No, I must be younger than that. Maybe I was 5, to be honest. Below. Just what I recall in the past, some hospitals checked. There was something around mumps, and then they had to check my genitalia, which wasn't great. But it was something weird the nurse did with an injection. I just want to, I mean, it sounds all bizarre, but I just want to check if that's actually bona fide medical history. But I have it as a kind of recurring dream sometimes, which suggests a level of trauma involved in it. I think it was because when that's very busy. When they injected me, they checked my heart rate. That was the weird thing. And it was like they wanted me to have a response, or they'll give me another injection. So if I just relaxed my, I could have done that. I've got a cyclist as well. I've got to be careful of. These things. So what I really need to do is to data search, see what I find. And another area I need to look at is the dark web, because it's going to be a growing market in the future. People are going to want to get on there and put stuff in there, and I think if you want an edge, then take advantage of it. It's one of the mistakes I made with the Bitcoin. It was all iffy, and I was wondering if I should get some or get involved. Or the other thing I was looking at was I would have switched over to a Hong Kong bank, because it traded in Bitcoin as well as normal currency, and I thought with the way the West is at the moment, it's going to be more secure with Chinese, because as certain areas in the West crumble, they're going to be invested from foreign sources, and such as China and growing economies. Possibly Russia would try to get more involved. They've just been locked in at the moment, so they can't really progress so well, really. So it's not so much, like Kaspersky or anything that comes like anything new technology comes over to the West. They'd probably say, oh, it's got a spy on us, it's collecting information, all this nonsense. But there's countries that sell information on their own population, so God knows what America sells on me, or what happens in the UK, even how the domains are broken up. Like it might be like the Western Corporate Federation or something. It might have some weird other things. It might connect with the Commonwealth Internet Establishment or something. It might have all sorts of things that we're not aware of. So it's not the geographics are just really not the most important thing. I mean, it's just the name suggests it branches off from somewhere, and then it kind of feeds into this entity. So it's much more complicated. So yeah, So at the moment I'm gone into my fasting mode. I'm probably going to drink black tea and stuff like that. Black tea, black coffee, black tea preferably, you know, no caffeine and no milk, so I might get caffeine free or do a bit of that. And then I've got my concoction at home, which is my juice I've made, like a snake juice, so I'll have that later. And just keep carrying on really. I know I feel a bit tired at the moment, and the brain's saying, no, you could have something, but you just got to be willpower and say, no, we've made a decision. Just concentrate on these other things. Need to get out of the way. You know, reutilise the time. So I'm not going to think about that as a priority. That's not a priority. Think about something else completely different is so. Lovely. So yeah, I think that's it really on the this Pixie video. Just how the internet's evolving, the gangster type tactics, spying, I don't know, get your money and screw you over sort of things. That goes on the internet, so yeah, cool. Alright then, and have a great day and speak to you soon.